Hey, Tanner James, DJ TJ here with the Peak Period Podcast, DJ TJ Training. Really excited that you are tuning back in and listening again. We are on episode 25, and this episode is going to be cool. We are going to talk about undercutters, the undercutting DJs, the DJs who are just charging way too little and messing you up, right? We all know about them. I'm gonna give you some insight, what to do, all that kind of good stuff, how to prevent it from happening. All of that is going to be in this podcast, but first, if you haven't listened to the other podcasts, right after this podcast, go listen to them. Okay, there is so much good content on there, just about everything: investing, selling, performances, all that kind of stuff. I'm getting some more DJs. We're scheduling some times right now so that they can jump on and bring some more insight, because I like to listen to podcasts. I like to listen to things with guests because and interviews, because you get some more extra insight, and it's cool. And so that is what I am really excited for. So they will be coming on very soon, and I will definitely check those out. So subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening to. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. If you're listening on iTunes, hit the subscribe button, hit the rate it, give me 5 stars. Really would appreciate that, and a quick little review that really does help us out, and all of that good stuff. One more thing, housekeeping kind of stuff. For definitely make sure that you are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Get on there. Add me. I drop tons of tips. I'm dropping about a post a day on my Instagram, on my Facebook. On Facebook, it's tons. I want to help you grow. So it's DJ TJ Training. You can find it on there, and we have all of that stuff. But let's get into the main part of this podcast: undercutters, undercutting DJs, all of that good stuff. What do? Right? You are talking to somebody, and they said, you know what? We found somebody cheaper. We found someone who's going to do it cheaper, right? And it sucks, and you hate it because it's unfair to you. You know, you are providing a good service and you don't deserve that, right? What is it? Why is it that other DJs are getting this work like you do a better job than them, right? And this is something that I faced a long time, because you know, I was priced well. I was priced above average, but what would happen is I would lose out on some events because of other DJs, because of cheaper DJs. And, you know, it kind of sucks, but looking back, I think it's totally fine. And once you get to a certain point, you understand. But the problem is that, you know, it sucks, especially when you are starting out and you're trying to get places, and you're trying to start booking more gigs, and it's like you can't. It's like it's really annoying, and I think some of the things. I think the first thing, we're just gonna get right into it. The first thing that sucks is you're like, you know, I'm better than this DJ, but I'm not getting booked. Why is he getting booked? And if you haven't listened to the other podcast, I actually go over all of that kind of stuff, and what do, and why other DJs are booking, why bad DJs are booking more gigs than you, and I give some really good tips. But the main thing is that you will not book every single gig that you want. Okay, it's not going to happen. It just will not happen. You cannot book every single gig that you get a lead for, that comes to you and says, hey, you know, we want to book you. It's not going to happen. So be prepared for that, because it won't happen. In theory, it's like, yeah, well, if I book all these leads, it won't happen. Okay, so just know that going into it, that you will not book every single gig. If somebody comes to you and says, hey, we're having this wedding, X, Y, and Z, these are the dates, you're not going to book every single one of those. Now, you may have a much better probability. If somebody's referred to you, you may have a 90% chance of booking them. You may have a 100% chance, but you're not going to book every single one from anywhere. If somebody just finds you online, finds you on social media, and emails you, you're not going to book every single one. So be prepared for that, number one. Number two, I don't believe that a lot of the undercutters, and that's in air quotes, the undercutting DJs are actually undercutting. And this is kind of funny, because a lot of DJs don't think about this at first, but undercutting is kind of thrown around. And there's a difference between undercutting and cheaper and lower value DJs. Okay, undercutting, let's go over a cheap DJ first, actually. Cheap DJs, right? Let's say that you charge $1,000. Okay, you're at $1,000, and somebody comes in and says, I charge $600. Is that DJ undercutting you? No, that DJ is not actually undercutting you. That DJ, if that is that DJ's price, if that DJ charges $600, He's not undercutting you. What if a DJ around your area charges $1,500? Does that mean you're undercutting that DJ because you are just charging less? No, that's not what that means. So first we need to get kind of what the undercutting is. Undercutting is, hey, how much is, right? I'm a DJ and this client is talking to a DJ and I say, hey, how much is that DJ charging? How much is that other DJ charging? Oh, he's charging $1,000. Oh, I'm going to go in and get this gig from him. I'm going to charge $850. And then I go to the client and say, I charge $850. And they're like, oh, wow, well, that's cheaper than the other DJ. Or let's say he says, oh, I charge $1,100. And then the client's like, oh, well, we have this other DJ charging us $1,000. And then he comes back and says, you know what? I'm only going to charge you $900. Okay. That would be undercutting. Okay. That's undercutting. Not, oh, my price is $600 and then that DJ just charges $1,000. There's a difference. Do you get what I'm saying here? So let's first change it from he's undercutting, because I think I totally understand there are undercutting DJs out there. They are out there. I'm not saying they're not, but I think a lot of us get confused with the undercutters versus the cheaper or lower value DJs. Does that make sense? There is a difference. So first, we need to get that down. Okay, what's the difference? Is it an undercutting DJ or is it a cheaper DJ? Now, I'm going to give you some tips here that will work for both. Okay, but that's first. Don't say undercutting, because undercutting is very different. Bottom feeding DJs are just DJs who charge a lot less than you. They're not necessarily undercutters. They're just DJs who charge less than you. They just charge $200. Is it right? DJs who charge $100, is it right? No, but they just charge less than you. They're not necessarily undercutting. So that's number one. Number two, how do you get around this? It sucks, right? Especially when clients are like, oh, we found someone cheaper. It's hard. And it's not very easy to say, like, oh, well, you just do this, because it's not just that. It's not like you just say a certain phrase and everything's all good. It's not like you just do this one little thing and you're good to go. That's not how this works. Okay, that's not how this whole building value and selling yourself works. The problem and the reason why you are getting people who say, oh, we found someone cheaper, is because they don't see a reason to book you at all. To them, there is absolutely no reason to book you. Why book you over the other DJ? They don't have a reason. So I'm going to ask you right now, why should people book you? And I want you to think about it. Why should people book you? What do you offer that people should pay for? Like, really, what is it? Because what happens a lot is that we just think people know why they should book us, and they don't. To them, we are just a DJ. We are. And it's not a bad thing. And it's not anything against the DJ culture. It's purely, we're just a DJ. And to them, they don't see the value in a DJ. They don't see a value in booking you over someone else. They have no reason to book you over any other DJ. So how do we prevent them from booking other DJs? What we have to do is we have to show them why they must book us. They have to book us. They have to. There's no way around it, right? When I talk to someone and I do a presentation or a meeting or a phone call, I ensure that they know that they cannot book any other DJ. Any other DJ. If they picked another DJ, it would be a mistake. They would regret it. They would regret that decision on their wedding day, for their club, for their school dance, for their event, for whatever it is, for the rest of their lives. They're going to regret it. They are making the wrong decision. Now, how do I do that? I build value. I don't just go in and say I'm the best, because nobody's going to believe me, right? I'm not going to go in and say that DJ sucks, because that's not cool. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But do you get what I'm saying? I have to show them that they are choosing the right one. They are choosing the best DJ. They are choosing the DJ who will be there, who is the best choice for their event. How do I do that? It's not like I just say something. It's called building value. Building value, right? And when I was starting out and when I was growing, I heard a lot of DJs talking about building value. Oh, you got to build value. You got to build value. How? They never told me. Ever. It sucks. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you every single thing you need to know. It's in my training program. You get every single thing you need to know about building value in that training program. I'm going to give you a little bit right now. What you need to do is show the client that you're better than the other clients. Now, if you come out and say, I'm just going to give you this tip right now. This is another one. Don't hate on other DJs. If you come out and say that DJ sucks, he's bad. No, that looks horrible. That makes you look like an a-hole. That makes you look rude and wrong and bad. And that is just one horrible, horrible, horrible decision. So don't talk bad about other DJs. Don't talk bad about their setups. Don't talk bad about their equipment. Don't talk bad about their past events. Don't talk bad about their music, their mixing. Just don't even mention them. Okay? That is not how you do these things. Okay? But number two, what you need to do is you need to give the client something, build value, give them something, do something, give them advice. Something. And the reason why you're doing this is because you're setting yourself apart, right? And that's part of building value, being different. That's valuable. So I posted something on my Instagram and I said, hey, what you guys should do, what DJ should do is follow up with your clients, right? So if they hit you and say, hey, we're looking for a DJ this day, and you respond and they don't answer, respond again, respond again, respond again. Now, this is where it gets tricky. How do you vary that follow-up? And in the training program, I give you all these different scripts and all these different things and all these different techniques to follow up and all these really cool things. But one thing that I suggested was that you create a resource page, okay? And you can call it whatever you want. You can do whatever that's up to you. But what you're going to do in this resource page is you will have tips for different types of events. So maybe you have 4 resource pages, okay? 4 resource pages. And the first one would be for weddings. The second one would be for school dances. The third one would be for corporate events. And the fourth one would be for parties or sweet 16s or whatever you do, whatever events, okay? Now, weddings. What you're going to do on here is just put your logo on there, make it aesthetically pleasing, make it look nice. And you're going to put some stuff on there and you're going to say, hey, I want to make sure that you have the best day possible. Here, from my experience, these are the best things for you to do. And then maybe do 3 to 5 tips and say like 1, for weddings, place the DJ near the dance floor. The reason is because you want to keep the energy close to the dance floor. If you put him on the other side, or if you put the DJ on the other side of the room, the energy is now split. You want to keep it all in the same area. So put the DJ near the dance floor. Number 2, put any attractions, put dessert tables if possible, or photo booths near the dance floor. The reason is because if they are on the other side of the room, people will come to the dance floor, they'll dance, and if they want to get a photo, they're going to go to the other side of the room. And then it looks like the party's lame. If nobody's on the dance floor, it doesn't look great. So what we want to do is we want to keep everybody close to the dance floor, then people are much more likely to come out and dance. 3, number 3, light really affects how we start dancing. And I've done many, many events that are outdoors, and what I've noticed every single time is that when the sun sets, people start dancing. But before the sun set, people won't dance. Like, they may come out and dance a little bit, but they don't actually really dance. But when it gets dark and when the sun actually sets, people dance. So whether you're indoors or outdoors, know that sun and sunlight and light in general has an effect on people. Now, if it's dance floor lighting, that's a little bit different, but that kind of thing is very true. Number 4, make sure that when you are doing your formalities, your first dance, your mother, son, father, daughter, that while you're doing the first dance, the DJ goes and gets the father of the bride. You're going to pull him up to the dance floor and be ready for the father-daughter dance. Now, when the first dance is over, you're going to have him flow right on out to the dance floor. The father of the bride and the bride can do the first dance. And then while that's going on, you're getting the mother of the groom. You're going to pull her right up to the dance floor. And right when the father-daughter dance ends, the mother-son dance can begin. Now, why you're going to do this is because you don't want people to, you don't want the mother of the groom to be in the bathroom and have people, all ready and excited for the mother-son dance, and then it's silent and everybody's looking for Kathy because Kathy is actually in the bathroom all bad. And I'll give you one more. Number 5, you can put all these in there. Okay, this is how you're going to book more gigs. Number 5, you're going to say, people during your big day, people are keying off of you. People are looking at the bride and groom, and they are looking at you for what to do. When you start dancing for 15 minutes, it's awesome if you, the bride and groom, can come on out to the dance floor and dance just for 15 minutes. The reason is because everybody is keying off of you. Everyone's looking at you. If you're dancing, they're going to come dance. If you are sitting down or mingling, they're going to sit down and mingle. So in order to keep the party going, in order to get the party started and continue to go, we just ask that you come on out to the dance floor for 10 to 15 minutes, get everybody excited. By that time, everybody will be having a good time in dancing, and it won't even, then if you can skip out, it's totally fine. There are 5 tips for weddings. Now, you can do the same thing for school dances, corporate events, sweet 16s, clubs, anything, but build value. And the reason you're doing this is so that you are creating a relationship with them. You are saying, hey, look, I'm doing this. What other DJ in your area is doing that? I'll wait, because they aren't doing it. Okay, and if they are the big DJs in your town that are booking tons of gigs and you have no clue how. That's how, because they are building value. They are giving the client something. They are building value. They're giving the client something before the client has even agreed to pay you. Those tips are from experience. Those tips are tips that are real, that actually will help the event go better. Those tips are amazing. Okay, those tips are amazing. So you get those tips and you give them to the client, they will be like, wow, this DJ sent us, okay, we have to book him. He's more expensive, but he obviously knows what he's doing. So let's book him. Bam. That's how you do it. So you have a few of those, right? It'll take you a few hours to make them all. Just start jotting down some notes, put them in there, make sure the grammar's correct, make sure they look professional, make sure they have your contact info at the bottom. And I guarantee that people will book you, because it's amazing, because you're doing good stuff. You're doing different stuff. You're being different than all the other DJs in your area. That is how you book gigs. That's how you do it. So if you want to start booking more gigs, create some resource pages, build value. Okay. Give before you receive. Give more than you take. Okay. I mean, those are really, really good tips. Though, I mean, if you start doing those, they'll be awesome. And then you can do that in person as well. When you first meet, when you're first on the phone, try to do something that gets them to know that you're not lame. Show your experience. Talk about your experience in the past. Talk about what you've learned from different events. Talk about your, one thing that I used to do was, or that I still do, is talk about the venues that I've been at. So if they're like, oh, we're going to be at this venue, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I love it there. Now I'm showing that I've been there before, as long as you have been, don't lie. But if you've been to a venue, say, oh, I love that venue. Because you're showing that you are experienced. You're not just a lame DJ. You are actually a real DJ. So those are some awesome tips. I'm going to jump off of here. I have a lot of stuff to do today, but I am super, super excited that you are listening to this podcast. And I hope that you actually start implementing these tips. Again, not all DJs who charge less than you are undercutters, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, don't hate. Don't hate on people that are other DJs in your area just because they charge less, just because of X, Y, or Z. They can be an a-hole to you, but it doesn't matter. Don't be rude to them. It makes you look bad. And number 3, build value, okay? If you build value, I promise that you will book more gigs. If you start building value to the clients, if you start showing the clients why you are better, you're going to book more gigs, okay? Promise you. I don't lie. I'm real. If you do that, you will book more gigs. So, hey, definitely subscribe, like, comment, all of that stuff, whatever it is. If you're interested in the course, it's djtjacademy.com/buy, djtjacademy.com/buy. You can join the course, and it will be the best investment you make this whole entire year. I guarantee it, and you will love it. djtjtraining.com. I have a ton of resources on there. I have a blog. You can check out all the different blog posts. Awesome stuff. Really, really happy that you are listening to this and that I can help you actually start growing your business and making more money as a DJ. That's awesome, right? So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I am always happy to respond. I'm always happy to help other DJs grow their businesses, make more money, and start having better DJ performances. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I will catch you next week. DJ TJ, Tanner James with DJ TJ Training, the Peak Period Podcast. Thank you for tuning in.